Hello, today I'm going to do a little bit of a vlog style for you. I'm going to go and get a peel on my face, a chemical peel, and I thought I'd come out into the garden. I'm going to show you my face in better light at the moment. I'm sort of half in the shade and half in the sun. I am going to get a Biorepeel. I'll put the full name of what it is in the title and the description. I'm going to an old colleague. I say an old colleague, she's not old, she's a beautiful young lady, but a previous colleague of mine from when I used to work for the police before they came to their senses and got rid of me. And she started up years ago now, she started up a business in aesthetics, and so she's going to be doing the treatment for me. I've booked a course of 3 because apparently if you've got quite a lot of pigmentation or skin concerns, then you would benefit from a series of these peels. So I'm going to try and find the best light to show you my pigmentation, because I think the sunlight is kind of not also not highlighting it in the way. Let me go into the shade. Right, let's go into the shade. No, that's not the shade. I'm back over by the lilies, but further retreat. Oh, it's a beautiful day, by the way, isn't it? Check out the sky. Yeah, it's a good day to be off and not working. Okay, let's hear. I think this is good lighting. So you can see all the pigmentation on my skin. I've just got sunblock on. So there's a big brown spot there, and there's more on there. That's a spot, but there's a spot there, and then there's a brown, I think that's a brown mark there. All around here is, you can see, can't you, all around there. And then my neck is the worst. In this light it looks a bit red, but it just makes it look like I've got a really dirty neck there, all down there, all around here, and then this side. That's a scar, but the scar has gone brown. So because when you have the trauma to your skin and then you have sun, it will generally pigment, and that's what's happened there. So the scar used to be light pink, maybe shiny white, you know, like a healed scar. It wasn't too bad. Now it's a brown, which is not so pretty. And then up there you can see quite bad brown spots there, probably worse around the hairline. And you can also see that it's kind of almost like I'm losing the pigment around. So you've got brown spots and you've got like whiteness, so that might be a bit of hyperpigmentation, I think you call it, which is not good. This one bothers me. That's a brown spot. It's a little bit annoying. You see a brown patch there. So basically I've got a lot of pigmentation. So I will take you through my journey with this peel, and we'll see how it goes. Well, hello there, look at my face. So I've just had the treatment. I'm going to get home and tell you more about the treatment. I just want to show you exactly how I look straight afterwards, so you can see how angry my skin looks. Certain places are very, very red. Yeah, there was a moment that was quite unpleasant, but as I say, I will go into a bit more detail when I get home. We're just in the car outside at the moment. So I didn't go home, I came to the beach because Claudia, the lady that did this for me, she lives here in Sheerness by the sea. So I thought while I'm here I will come and have a little walk by the seaside. The weather's a little cloudy now, but I've got my sunscreen on because that's really important after you have this treatment. Let's just get down this. Get down the step. So let me tell you about the treatment. Starts off with cleaning of the skin, a few different things going on and off, and then there was like a peel which was part of the preparation, but not an intensive peel, not the peel, but it was something that went on, set, and then she kind of like peeled it off. That was all absolutely fine, no different to getting a facial. And then as she went on with the actual peel, and as soon as it touches the skin, it feels quite hot and tingly, and the longer it's on the skin, the more tingly and hot it gets. And then once that was on, and it really did start getting really hot and uncomfortable, she then did microneedling, and there's this machine that buzzes lightly, and then it's sort of like, not staples, but stamps in the product further into your skin. But that was really uncomfortable because it was already stinging anyway. And when she starts stamping the machine into your skin, it really does hurt. And my feet were all over the show, my hands were all over the show. It was very, very unpleasant for a few minutes while that was going on. And I'm not looking forward to going back and having that done again. But I will. I've booked my next one. And apart from that, then once the peel was taken off, I don't know how long it was on my skin for, not a really long time at all. I can't remember, 5 or 10 minutes. Once that came off, it was kind of unpleasant even having it removed, because it feels like your skin has been grazed. You know, if you fall over and you scrape yourself, and you know how that feels. It felt like that's happened to my skin. But then when she's like rubbing your face to remove the peel, it really felt like my face was really grazed, and then it was being rubbed really harshly. So even removing the peel was unpleasant. But then once it was all off, it started to calm down, and then she did a hyaluronic acid mask. So that felt fairly calming actually on my skin, and on top of that, an LED light mask, which is a healing, sort of medical healing mask. And then I got to lay there and relax for what felt like about 10 or 15 minutes. It was quite relaxing. Skin started to calm down, and yeah, that's it really. So it's not horrendous, but it's also not like going for a relaxing facial. It's much more intense than that. There was probably about 5 minutes of pain and uncomfortableness. So be prepared. I have learned that I was dehydrated. She said the way that my skin reacted, I'm dehydrated. I've never been good at drinking water, so she said in future drink a litre of water before I get there, and drink lots of water today. So that's one thing. She said coffee doesn't help, so I probably shouldn't have had a coffee this morning. And I got some aftercare. I've got some cream to put on and some SPF to keep on my face. So I've got the SPF on and a thick moisturiser all over my skin. I'm going to go back on the 1st of July, so that is just over, I don't know, a couple of weeks I think. Going back in just under a couple of weeks. So let's try and show you my face. So it doesn't look, I've got a spider on my arm. So it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's definitely red. It's really red there, but it's not horrendous. So yeah, I forgot to tell you how my face feels. So it just feels a little bit tight, a little bit warm, like I've got sunburn, but not like a really bad sunburn, but it's more tight, like when you wash your face with soap, like quite a strong harsh soap. that feeling straight afterwards. It feels tight, especially around the cheek areas. Hello, so day one, I guess you call it now. So I had the treatment yesterday. So we are now, I've slept on it. I didn't sleep on my face. I've had a sleep and it's now just after 9 AM. Off to get my hair done in a minute, so that's nice. And I have cleansed my face and applied the lotion and the sun cream, so it's a little shiny because of that. Not really supposed to wear makeup, I don't think, today, so I'll have to just go out like this. I think it looks worse in this light than it does when I just look in the mirror. So so you can see here's where I have a lot of pigment, and she worked extra hard with the needle thing. You can even, I don't know if you'll see it, but you can even see the track marks of the microneedle machine thing. So you've got there, around there, up here it's gone really dark. So I was told that the pigment will turn darker before it falls off. So that's obviously, that's what's happening. And in particular there, that has gone really dark. And then of course you've got all this on the neck. And then here's the other side, you've got this big bit here. And there's my face. Doesn't feel too bad at all. It's slightly tight again, not as tight as yesterday, but still got that tight feeling like I've used a harsh soap on my skin. Feels tight in particular areas. It feels tight in the cheeks and around the forehead more so than anywhere else. I'm wondering if this will have will fall off. I hope so. I really hope so. That one bothers me. So yeah, that's it. Nothing really more to report. Everything feels fine. Obviously it doesn't look that pretty, but it's not the worst. I mean, I think if I was giving anyone advice, I'd say you'd want to book to have the treatment when you can have the next day off at least, because you can't really wear makeup and you might end up looking like me. You might not, but I can be a bit special sometimes with my reactions to things. But yeah, it feels all right. So I'll check back in with you tomorrow. Hi. So we're now halfway through day one and I just wanted to check in with you. I've had my hair done, had it coloured with a sort of cooler toned brown, trying to mix it in the grey, so it's not such a contrast between the dark and white hair at the top and then this hair. So I'm happy with that. My face looks scary in this sunlit window, but it doesn't look quite so bad when I look in the mirror or in other lights. So if I just step away a little bit, yeah, still quite bad, isn't it? I wanted to show you, I'm now feeling really dry and I'm going to slather on a load of cream. It feels a bit tight, but it's not uncomfortable, it's not hurting in any way. I just wanted to show you how it looks. You can see, I mean, it looks like a horror movie, but that is how it is halfway through. Let's get my hair out of the way. Halfway through, there's that horrible dark bit. Halfway through the day, and here is what we have. That pigment looks like it's really coming out, so hopefully it will come out and it will fall off. Here we go into the harsh sunlit window. Ooh. Yeah, so that's it really. Good morning, just up 7 AM. It's now day 2, so I thought I'd show you my face. Still looks kind of a bit rough. Definitely looks worse in this sunlight through the window than it does, as I said before, in the mirror. It feels quite tight. I haven't put anything on it. I've not even cleansed it yet, so I've done nothing to it. I wore a lot of moisturiser last night, but it feels pretty tight. Last night there were some bits that were peeling off around my nose, and I can feel as I move my face that there's some skin that's gonna peel off. I can feel it. It feels tight all up here and also tight across the forehead. And I've also noticed this line is much more noticeable. And I think that must mean I've got some swelling or something, because normally this line is a little more like this line, not quite so obvious, but yeah, that's possibly swelling, or maybe the skin stretching or something, I don't know. But yeah, doesn't feel too bad, just feels a bit tight. Hello, so we are day 3, late in the afternoon now because I'm on night shifts. I've just woken up and I wanted to show you my face. So I'm going to turn around so you can see it in slightly different light angles. This light shows you the dry bits that are peeling off around here. I have been very naughty and I have picked a little bit of skin off, but not to make it sore. It was already coming off, but you're not supposed to do that. I can feel a tightness. There's a lot of texture here. Thick, dry skin that's obviously going to come off at some point. Can't wait for that. Thick, dry skin here, some of which is now coming off. Neck, to the dry skin there. This side. That bit. That feels a little bit sore, actually feels like a scab. So here's a slightly different light with the window. So you can see the colours more clearly. You can see where some of the skin has come away and it's pink underneath. I'm really hoping this spot will go and that one there. I don't know. Look quite dark across there, like I've got a moustache, or how we used to look as kids when we popped bubble gum around our mouths and you just end up with this dirty bubble gum stain, kind of like that. Nice, yeah. So yeah, that's day 3. It feels okay. I haven't moisturized it yet. Definitely need moisturizing, and you do feel like you want to moisturize it several times a day, and it's never really enough, but it's not too bad. I'm kind of glad I'm on nights. I'm not really seeing anyone because it's not pretty and you can't really cover it with makeup. I wouldn't even try, but you can't because your skin's all these different textures and these bits falling off. So you just have to moisturize and deal with it. Hello, I thought I'd just bring you outside to show you my face in the outside natural light with moisturizer on, so you can see it looks so much better. There's a little bit of dry flaky stuff going on there, but with the moisturizer on it looks so much better. Hello, so we are day 4 and my face has been peeling like mad. I have peeled it myself, I'm afraid. You're not supposed to pick the skin. I can't stop myself, so yeah, it's not been good. If you have a look at my face, you still can see a lot of that pigmentation. The skin there is really thick, so that all needs to still peel. Here I've had some skin peel where you can see it's pink. Here, unfortunately, this is the bit where I was really naughty. I peeled some skin off a couple of days ago and immediately it weeped, so I peeled it off too quickly. Well, I shouldn't have peeled it off at all, but I definitely peeled it off too quick and now it's irritated. I've got an ointment that I'm trying on it and we shall see if it goes away, but it keeps crusting up, so it's slightly weepy and then it crusts, so it's a bit gross, that bit there. And yeah, this is my face. That was a big bit of pigment there that's peeled away. there was some over there. So I've definitely had some pigment peel off. There's a big lump. It kind of still looks really, it looks, when I look in the mirror, it does not look that bad. But when I hold it at this light, you can really see it. I had the big bit, probably the worst bit there has peeled off. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know what the results are going to be. I'm hoping to have good results. Obviously I've got to do 3 of these. I'm starting to regret that a little bit, because I mean, your face just is constantly peeling. There's constantly bits of skin off your face, and so it's not pretty. So I'm gonna rearrange my next one for a more convenient time when I can hide away, because I've actually got it booked for a Friday at the moment and I've got the weekend off. So I'd probably rather book it for when I'm just working, because I don't really see anyone when I'm working. I'm either at home or in an office on my own. So I'm gonna rearrange it to have at least the first 4 days when I'm out of sight. I mean, it's not that bad. I'll happily go out, pop to the shops and stuff like that, but I wouldn't really fancy a night out. You can't put makeup on really, because no matter what you do, you're gonna get flakes of skin coming off and just messing it all up. So yeah, personally, I'd rather have nothing much to do for a few days. Good morning. It's actually 3:30 in the afternoon, but it's morning to me because I'm on night shift still. Where are we? It's Sunday, so that's day 5. Is it day 5 or day 6? I can't remember. Here's my face. I've just washed it. I've used every day I've been using my Dermalogica Ultra Calm cleanser, which I use anyway. I really like that, because I do get sensitive skin, but it's been an absolute godsend when my face has felt a little bit irritated, I guess. So I do recommend that if you are going to do what I'm doing, then that's a really nice cleanser. Not the cheapest, but it is just so calming, just feels so nice to use. So just cleanse my face, and here is what we have today. My neck is feeling itchy, and you can feel all the thick dry skin is still there, wants to come off still. Same over here a little bit. Yeah, I can feel patches of skin, rough skin, that need to come off still, but there definitely is some areas where the skin is clearer and the skin is softer now. Here the skin's soft, so I think that's all peeled. I still have an irritation here, so you can see it's all crispy. That already peeled, so that is now just my irritation, so I have to deal with that. But yeah, it's definitely looking way better. Much more happy to go out in public at the moment, and obviously I've not moisturised. Moisturisation will help. So I'm going to slaver on some Factor 50 and sit with my head in the shade in the garden, because it's quite sunny today. Catch an hour of sun, I think. Quick check-in, day 6. Just cleansed, and I've just got a little bit of a very clear serum on my skin, and I don't feel like any of my skin is that rough, and that there's much more to go in terms of flaking, but we shall see. Hello, so this is my last clip before I go for my second chemical peel. So this is my skin now 3 weeks after I had the chemical peel, just sitting in my car. All I've got is sunscreen on. I've got a little spot here, ignore that. Let's see if we can get some better light. I've got still got pigmentation here, a little bit of a rash going on there, and then more pigmentation here. So that's it, that's my skin now, and I'm going to go for the next chemical peel. That's going to be in a separate video coming up in the next few weeks.